Hello and welcome back to the Bartok Project. Now, I've been living now with the Bartok Viola Concerto for a couple of weeks now. I've been trying to think of the best way into this piece. I feel a bit like a mountaineer, like kind of sizing up a mountain before I start a climb and trying to decide what the best path through it's going to be. Having played around a little bit, I've decided that my very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a cleaner part. Now, I'm at the moment working from the T-Ball Surly completion because, as probably lots of people know, Bartok died before he finished this piece, so various people have put together from the sketches a complete performable work. And so I'm working from the one that for a long time most people did, the one completed by Surly. And that's published by Boozy and Hawkes with fingerings by William Primrose, who was the first person to play a completed version of this piece shortly after Bartok died. So his fingerings are a great resource, but there are so many in this part. I decided that I wanted to get rid of them and just have a kind of blank slate, if you will. I'll be really honest and say I'm not even sure I understood some of them. The very, very first notes of the piece, his kind of ideal fingering, he has two, some that he writes below and some that he writes above the notes sometimes. And the ones he writes above are, I suppose, his preferred, and the ones underneath are his sort of backup. So his preferred fingering for the first notes is an open A, something else, there's no fingering on the second note, and then a fourth finger. So there's the second note. I can't play it in first position, so I'd have to be in at least second, could be in third like I'm here, and then third note, a fourth finger. He doesn't specify a string, so I'm still wondering what happens between and who knows. I just don't really understand what's going on there. So I've decided to delete the whole lot. What I did was I scanned my part with my phone and exported those files into Photoshop and just used Photoshop to just kind of clear away all the fingers. If you're feeling a little bit more old school, you could do what I used to do until very recently, which was photocopy the music and then go through with correction fluid and get rid of all the things I didn't want, and then photocopy that again to have a nice clean part. But anyway, having done all of that, I'm feeling much better, and now I'm going to work out my own set of fingers, and my guiding principle for that is going to be thinking about what intervals I want to make expressive with slides, and also what strings I want phrases to be played on so that they have the colours that I feel they should do. I was watching a masterclass yesterday online with Lawrence Power, and he went one further and said that because Bartok's sketches don't have any bowing in, they are for the most part just the notes. He argued that you could go to Bartok's finished concertos for string instruments, there are 2 violin concertos, and have a look how he finished those, how he bowed those, and then go back to a completely blank version of just the notes for the Bartok Viola Concerto and devise your own bowings as well as fingerings. I haven't gone that far yet, but I'm tempted to. Anyway, I'm going to see what fingerings I come up with, following my own sort of artistic ideas, and I'm going to see where we go. See you next time.